I sometimes forget about that day because I think it sounds trivial when I tell my side of the story. And then something brings this memory back up to me. I'm speaking of that day that I saw Miss Lauryn Hill. Let me explain. And let's do a quick time travel to back in the day. The year was 1998. I think? No, I'm sure, because I had been working at a very vibrant movie theater with an energetic atmosphere, a challenging yet fun job where I worked many opening nights of Hollywood blockbusters like How Stella Got Her Groove Back, The Prince of Egypt. There's Something About Mary, Armageddon, and many other awesome premieres. So I bet it was a Friday because the lobby was buzzing. Now, dear hearts, movie theaters back in the day used to be everything. That said, they often speak of the early 90s as the golden era. And yes, even as a kid, I can attest to that colorful, jovial feeling that all the old heads miss. But the late 90s and early 2Ks is also something to be studied. Perhaps because I was coming of age, a teen during those days. So to me, everything was new and shiny. There was this good feeling in the air that felt like familiar change. What I mean is, there was always some groundbreaking piece of art breaking through. And I call it familiar because it was constant, like on cue. Every season, there was something dope to admire, something new. And the miseducation of Lauryn Hill, when that album dropped, it immediately felt like home. I mean, we would play and discuss all of her brilliant songs, and while our underdeveloped minds may not have fully grasped the intricate messages in real time, it still hit us in the soul. Her love letter to the struggling youth, a young, wise heroine singing to us about various life journeys we would embark, such as unrequited love. I really trailblazed that one. Greed, also known as the love of money, identity, toxic love, the hierarchy of power, betrayal, devaluation, and how it hurts so bad. And I can't forget the most beautiful song you would ever hear about motherhood. In addition, young, passionate love where nothing outside of it even matters at all. Yeah, the kind we all dreamt and dream of. And looking back at my younger life, I think it's safe to say she was right. This songstress with the gorgeous locks was giving knowledge that was before its time. Her lyrics were feeding our minds. She was and is clearly gifted by the Most High. And by that time, she had already dazzled us with her performance in Sister Act 2, as well as her prominent role in the Fugees. And after that, she had the righteous nerve to come out swinging with a prophetic solo debut. So, needless to say, when I saw her in my line, I was blown away. And like I said, it was just a regular Friday night. Me, one of several concession stand cashiers, but she chose my line. And with me fulfilling each order, filling popcorn buckets like never before, I watched her get closer and closer and closer. What am I going to say? I thought to myself, me replying back to me, let's just start with hi, can I take your order? Don't mess this up. And as the last guest before her moved, time slowed down. I then opened my lips to share my metal smile, but next thing I knew, I was staring at a big, tall back because my manager literally slid right in front of me. He had been plotting the whole time. But, of course, I could not throw a fit. So I just stood behind him and watched her through his armpit. But for some reason, I couldn't hear her talking. I could only see that her lips were moving. And if there was ever such a thing as a goddess walking the earth, she would surely be one of them. Perhaps the mother of all of them. Her skin was dark brown without one blemish. Her locks were perfectly laid to the shape of her face. I couldn't believe what I was witnessing. Now I know that what I was seeing was someone being blessed by God, walking in their anointing. She was beautiful in all caps, to say the least. And to the manager, for the rest of the night, I surely did not speak.
So all of us, we hold different things, you know. We hold different gifts.
Someone else's gifting, I don't know, might be fashion, might be hair, might be consoling someone. It might be this microphone. But that gifting is very important because somebody out there needs your gift. So don't sell your gift short. I'm rooting for everybody to be the best version of themselves that they possibly can because God made you that way. And we're not going to let institutions, we're not going to let traps stop us from arriving at that destination because that's our inheritance. Okay? We may not always agree all the time, but I'm rooting for you. And I'm grateful that you root for me sometimes too. Okay?